Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about social norms, culture and development. Okay. So actually there are three important parts in this topic, that is insights into human behavior. So in the previous class we already discussed about one part, that is some examples from India. Okay, so the three parts, like this is the second part, that is social norms, culture and development, and there is another part, third part, that is values and economics. Okay, so total three parts were included in this topic, that is insights into human behavior. So coming to the point, so here social norms means the standard approach of the society. Okay, like social norms are mostly unwritten rules and regulations, but we are following those rules. Okay, so maybe the define acceptable in the society and appropriate actions in the society, like within a group or within the community. Okay, so these are the social norms we are following. So next, culture means this is one type of ideas, customs and social behavior of a particular person in the particular society, like we can say this is a way of life. Okay, next coming to the development term, so maybe this is the grow or change into advanced conditions of the society, so that is known as development. Okay, so compare with the previous features, so this is a growth and change into the advanced conditions. Okay, so here economic development according to the social norms, culture and development. So the World Bank given in its report, that is economic development is not only depend on the fiscal policy, monetary policy and taxation. Okay, so here fiscal policy means the government spendings. Okay, so government is always spending money on the different types of the works, especially these are very useful for the public purpose. Okay, so government spending money on public works, for example education. Okay, it means government schools and government hospitals. So these are the this comes under the government spendings. Okay, so monetary policy means monetary, the term means money. Okay, so for example monetary policy means central bank, so it has a responsibility to control the money supply. Okay, so it means in India central bank is RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so that's why monetary policy main responsibility is to control the money supply. Okay, and it always taking steps towards the supply, control of the money supply. Okay, next taxation. So mostly the revenue comes from the taxes of the people. Okay, so the people always repaying the taxes to the government, so entire revenue is depends on the taxation. Okay, so it means economic development is not only dependent on the fiscal policy, it means how the government is spending money on different types of the work, and monetary policy, it means RBI, and taxation means we are paying taxes to the government for the development, right? It means by using the taxes only the government is spending money on different types of the public works. Okay, but it is also dependent on the human psychology. Okay, human psychology, sociology, culture and norms. Okay, here norms means the standard approach. So culture means ideas, customs, social behavior of a particular person and way of life. Okay, sociology means study of development and structure, functions of the human society. Okay, next human psychology means it is a scientific study of human mind. Okay, so it means how the humans are thinking, how the humans are behaving. So the entire concept is a scientific research or scientific study of human mind. Okay, in economics, so there has been a bit of resistance means to stop or against to in emphasizing other aspects of development. Okay, so it cannot interfere in other aspects of the development, because it is thought of giving like giving ground to the neighboring disciplines, neighboring rules. Okay, so that's why it never give some interfere in other aspects of the development. So, World Development Report 2015, it mainly focuses on the behavioral and the social foundations of the human development. Okay, so it means 2015, the theme of the World Development Report is mind, society, and behavior. So that's why it focused on the behavioral concept and the social foundations of the development. So mostly the government documents. So generally they are very tough, and they usually make no mention of the role of social norms. Like social, it means the society and standards and standard rules in the society, and culture in promoting development and economic efficiency. Okay, especially for promoting development and economic efficiency. So there were no documents where there is no mention about the social norms and culture. Okay, so it means the thought, the thinking like culture and social norms are not going for the promoting development and economic efficiency. But here the norms, social norms, culture, they're very important features for promoting development and economic efficiency. Okay, but however, so there is a growing body of the literature, it means written work, that demonstrates, it means visually, it can say that how certain social norms and cultural practices are vital ingredients for economic efficiency. It means these are very important for the economic efficiency and economic development. Okay, so it means the certain social norms and certain cultural practices are very important and necessary ingredients for development for economic efficiency. Okay, so that's why there was a one body of the literature, it means written work, that demonstrates here social norms and cultural practices are very important for the economic efficiency. Groups and societies. So groups and societies, maybe they are known to be honest. Honest means sincere, and trustworthy, it means truthful. So those groups and societies, they do better. Anything, whatever it may be, they can do better than societies. So for example, some societies, they don't have any that much of the reputation, like beliefs, opinions, and truthful, sincere. So those cities, they don't do better. Okay, because whenever there is a honesty and a truthful, so they can do better services. Okay, so according to the broad cross country studies, it means studies about the people and their behavior and laboratory experiments, so that can illustrate these type of the features. So here the main important question, general question, so that is nation's success depends on some important things, like of course it's resources, human capital, and economic policies. Okay, so for instance, sometimes a fiscal policy, monetary policies, but so it also depends on the social norms and culture. Okay, social norms and culture are very important for the nation's success, especially for the economic efficiency and economic growth and economic development. Okay, so mostly we are thinking economic development means resources, human capital, and economic policies. Human capital, nothing but employment. Okay, so these are very important for getting the development and economic efficiency, but there are important things like culture and social norms are very important for the society. So societies, so that are generated with personal integrity and trustworthiness and have the natural advantage. Okay, so here endowed means generator, and personal integrity means ethical standards, how to behave with others. Okay, and good manners. Okay, next trustworthiness means trustful, natural, so they have the natural advantage, it means inherent benefits. So those are the permanent or very essential benefits in the society. Okay, in that time there is no need of the third party. Okay, there is no need for the third party is required to enforce contracts. So for outsiders, the mere knowledge that a particular society is trustworthy is a reason to do more business and trade with it. Okay, so whenever there is a particular society is very trustworthy, it means it is trustful. So this is the main reason to do more business and trade with it here. So according to the human behavior, so humans always wants to get the trustful business. Okay, so whenever we see that much of the trustful society in a particular area, so there is a chance to increase our business and trade with it whenever there is a trustworthy. Okay, So here, social causes of development here, according to the social norms and behavior of the humans. So these are also important concept for the development, but they don't get enough recognition in the literature of the economic policy. Okay, so why? Because of the science of how these economies are friendly, social qualities or required is not yet to be fully understood. Okay, so because of the low levels of the understanding only, so there is not enough recognition in the literature of the economic policy. Okay, so that's why there was a new discipline, new rules and of the behavioral economics. Okay, so according to the human behavioral economics, so we are going to create some important policies for the development. Okay, so is beginning to give some insights into the information of customs and behavior. Okay, so coming to the first point from the behavioral economics, so it is for instance known that buildings and office spaces, especially for the business making, so which are very cleaner and aesthetically better maintained, result in individuals being more honest and resisting corrupt activity. Okay, so here desisting means stop. Okay, so here whenever there are offices and business places, office spaces, buildings, so whenever they are clean and a very better position and better maintained, so in that time they give results for individuals, so they can being more honest and they can stop the corrupt activity also. Okay, it means the whenever there is a behavior of the humans, so it can affect some important places also. Okay, so when the buildings and office spaces are very clean, so in that time, so the individuals also have the hope on the business. Okay, so next it can stop the corrupt activity also. Okay, so it means it is always depends on the mental inclination. Okay, so once you see the casual evidence of this in the behavior of the Delhites, it means the people of Delhi, so they're using metro, so it is widely noted that people's behave better when they travel on the Delhi's well maintained okay, so well maintained metros, so they're very they feel better, so whenever they're traveling on the Delhi's well maintained metro. Okay, it means before that maybe they face some bad conditions whenever they're going on the surface, but whenever comes to the metro trains, so they feel very better position. Okay, next, coming to one example, that is New York City's notorious high crime was controlled. Okay, so in that city there was a wide range of the crimes were happened, but it was controlled. So by cleaning up the city, so they started to clean the city and removing graffiti, it means the waste visual communication on the walls or public places, so these are removed. Okay, so now the New York city police department taken decision to deter, it means prevent vandalism. Vandalism means so damage to public, like the very preventing in the position of the graffiti, it means damage to the public, and prevent vandalism means destruction, okay, especially damage to the public property. So graffiti means visual appearance of a city, so they can scare the public spaces. Okay, so that's why they started to take a decision to prevent these features, these negative aspects in the police department. Okay, so this act make, so this act of making like a cityscape, so making the visual appearance of the city more aesthetic, it means beautiful. So whenever they clear these type of the waste material, so in that time the city is looking like a very beautiful city. So in that time, so the criminals were less prone to the crime. Okay, it means the crime level were decreased. So, according to the broken windows theory in sociology, especially in sociology, so there was one theory, so broken windows theory, so which maintains that if we control low level like and antisocial behavior, so next take small steps like to improve the environment, so this will have a natural deterrent, it means effect on the larger criminal behavior, in the same way on the acts of the corruption also. Okay, if we maintain these things, we can control the acts of corruption and criminal behavior also. Next one is the recognition and awareness that some collective qualities of citizens like honesty, trustworthiness, it means trustful, and enable the entire society to do well as maintain about these things and promotes the individual so to adopt those qualities and we can overcome the important problems in the society. Okay, it means we have to maintain these important principles and we have to give awareness towards the people also to maintain these qualities. So there is a growing literature in economics. It means written work on the economics arguing that pro-social behavior. Here the pro-social behavior is very important. So here which maintains altruism and trustworthiness. So it's innate to the human beings and moreover they can form the essential ingredient for the efficient working of the economy. Okay, so here the pro-social behavior is very important not only for the fiscal policy, monetary policy, taxation, so but our economic development is depends on the society behavior. It means humans behavior also. So here pro-social behavior is very important for the efficient economy. Okay.